All right, we want to talk more now about the case, the shooting death of Daunte Wright. And to do that, we bring in KTVU legal analyst Michael-Cardoza. Michael, good to see you here. So the former police officer, Kim Potter, now facing that second-degree manslaughter charge. Under Minnesota law, this applies when someone kills another person because of their negligence. Do you feel like this is the appropriate charge based on what we know about the case, the body camera footage we've seen?
Well, this is a tough decision, but you've got to keep in mind that when they do charge the government, they have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. And obviously, the prosecutors back there decided they couldn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt a second or a third-degree murder charge. So they made a decision. Now, should a special prosecutor be inserted into this case? I think that's reasonable, and I think it should be done. Now, that prosecutor can always amend the complaint if they think they can prove a second-degree murder or a third-degree murder. But what really needs to be on trial here is the police's policy and procedures. Remember, this was a traffic stop. It was a traffic stop. I've heard two things: something hanging from his mirror or expired plates. And it escalates to this. Why even pull the taser in this case? You have the license plate of the car. You know who the guy is. So why not let him take off? And that's what people are upset about. And remember, a young black man in this situation oftentimes reacts, because of his history with the police, reacts differently than a Caucasian or someone else would. And that has to be taken into consideration. You know, he takes off. Why not let him go? Why pull a taser in this case? But that's the policies and procedures of the police department. And it's sad that this officer has to be charged, but she did make the mistake. And as for how do you confuse a taser for a gun, I know a lot of people blithely say that, but this is, I guess, to make an analogy, it's like the fog of war. You're in a highly emotional situation. Sometimes you're blinded by certain things, as they are in war, and she pulls what she thinks is a taser. It's happened before, and it's happened quite a number of times in our country. So to say that she knew it was a gun, you're not going to prove that to a jury beyond a reasonable doubt. And you have to believe that, oh, she pulled her gun on purpose, and she just wanted to kill this guy over a traffic stop. Who's going to believe that? Nobody. And that's why right now, this appears to be the right charge. Turn it over to a special prosecutor. Let them make the decision whether they want to ramp the charges up or not.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Michael, I mean, do you think there is that chance that we might see more serious charges added down the road?
We might, if they think they can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. But by my thinking and from my experience over 40 years, no, they're not going to ramp this up. And think about that. Even if they did bring a second or third degree murder charge and they don't prove it, are people going to then be upset? Well, we're upset that she wasn't convicted, or a second or a third degree. And then everybody goes crazy then. You know, here's what it is. Let's see if they can prove it in this particular case. But police departments really have to take a look at their policies and procedures. And that's why I say that should be what's on trial. Why even, as I said, pull a taser? Even if she had pulled a taser, why shoot this guy with a taser over this traffic stop? Let him go. You got the car license. You know who he is. Send a warrant out for him and pick him up later. So those are going to be the issues. But I really think that police departments have to readjust their policies and procedures. It's sad this officer was probably following policies and procedures. So now she's going to pay the ultimate price for her mistake. And she should pay for it on a certain level, but it has to be reasonable. I think everybody's got to get reasonable here and look at this for what it is and what happened, understanding that young black men do react differently when the police stop them. They don't see the police the same as a lot of other people because of their history with the police and the disrespect that the police show them at times. And that's why police procedures have to be redone.
Yeah, a lot of larger questions that need to be addressed and answered
All
here.
right.
We have to leave it there. Always appreciate you coming on. KTVU legal analyst Michael Cardoza.